Hey fire signs, welcome to your mid-October check-in. If you did not watch, I did make quarterly videos per element, just a even more general reading for the fourth quarter of 2023. So this is your first check-in, mid-month October. We're just going to go in order of the signs, Aries and then Leo and then Sag. Sagittarius, sorry if that annoys you. And I'll do a quick card reset in between each of the signs. They're only going to be about 15 minutes. We're just doing a check-in. As far as basic housekeeping, only take what resonates. These are general readings. Not everything may resonate. Nothing may resonate. So take only what does and apply as fitting. If nothing or whatever does not resonate was meant for someone else, so just allow that to be. There will be timestamps for each of the signs down below and links to the quarterly videos if you'd like to go check those out in the description. All right, let's get started. We'll get started with Aries. I am feeling drawn to the Timecodes deck, and I'm just going to shuffle and kind of see what, like, 2-3 cards at most pop out, and then that'll start the reading. So what do we have going on for my Aries during this mid-month check-in? What do my Aries need to know about what's going on for this mid-month check-in? Ooh. I did not flip, so I'm not going to take it. What do my Aries need to know? Just do one more. There might even be a bridge. That's kind of what I'm feeling. So 2 cards came out. I kind of feel like there's a bridge that's missing in between that we'll use the other deck to look further into, but you did get the 7 of Cups in reverse and then also the Judgment card. 7 of Cups in reverse gives the feeling of there's a lot of options and almost like the awareness that there is no wrong. Sorry, I'm making the camera go insane. There is no wrong option, but because of that, you're not making any decisions. Why did it seem like there was a card flipped? Weird. And that can be... Sorry, I keep feeling like one of these cards feels different. It can be a little intense when you know you need or want to make a decision, but wanting to make the best decision you can and not being able to make a decision because of that. So let's see what else is going on with 7 of Cups in reverse for my Aries. That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. Okay. We have Ace of Wands and the Chariot. So there's something that is wanting to start. The Ace of Wands is the first card of the Wands. It symbolizes the beginning of something, or even just the idea of something. It's a new beginning. The Chariot supports the Ace in that just go with it. He has, I don't think it's as well depicted in this deck, but you see he's got the universe, all the stars in his, what would you call that, canopy? In the original Rider-Waite, there's the symbols for all of the zodiac signs on his belt, And then he doesn't have horses drawing his chariot, he has sphinxes. And the myth of the sphinxes, or lore of the sphinxes, however you want to say it, they protect something that's greatly desired, a treasure. That treasure could be knowledge, that treasure could be actual, like we think of treasure, like gold. It could be a secret kingdom, whatever it is that is sought after. It needs to be protected from just anyone, and only the rightfully deserving can have access to. The sphinxes protect. And they don't protect it with brute force, they protect it with cunning, basically. So they'll give you a riddle, and if you can answer that riddle correctly, you are granted access. I don't really think that there's a time table. It's like you can go and you can be gone for 50 years, and when you come back, if you have the answer to the riddle, then you're allowed access. So the fact that he has all the signs, all of the stars, and 2 sphinxes pulling his chariot indicates that, like, whatever it is that you're thinking about wanting to do, you have everything that you need to go for it. It seems like you are what's holding you back. And we'll just pull one more card to just one more from my Aries. Yeah, there's something a little bit out of balance, that maybe this idea will bring back the balance, the energetic flow that is temperance. So kind of check in with yourself, see where you might be holding yourself back and where you actually do have the resources, the knowledge, the whatever it is that you need in order to go forward, because here indicates that you have it and you're ready. So let's look at the Judgment card. Too many cards. What do my Aries need to know about this Judgment card for this mid-month check-in? Okay, you've got a couple of reversals. It just seems like you're out of balance, internally or externally. Probably more internally. One more? No, okay. You've got 5 of Cups in reverse and the 2 of Coins in reverse. So 5 of Cups came out in reverse first. And there's a little bit of like feeling like you might be looking at something that you were hopeful was going to work out. But the reversal of that kind of, I'm getting corrected. 2 ways you could take it. Either you've allowed yourself time to grieve, and the reversal of this is indicating that you are now ready to look at the 2 cups, the opportunities that you couldn't even fathom because you were so focused on these. And then now that these haven't worked out and you've given yourself time to grieve, you can move on and focus on the new opportunities. What I kind of got corrected with was you might be doing this grieving process internally and not letting anyone know that it didn't work out the way that you wanted to, or that it failed, or that failed is a loose term. But like you could be doing this whole process alone, or like holding on to it longer than you need to be, longer than is serving you well. So pay attention to that, and only you can decide which one of those you are. The 2 of Coins in reverse indicates specifically an imbalance, right? There is multifaceted facets of your life that are not it just kind of feels frantic. Like, it's not that you're double booking yourself, but you're booking yourself so tightly that you didn't give yourself commute time, for example. If you have an appointment at 1 and an appointment at 2, and their appointment 1 is an hour long, but it takes you a half an hour to go from 1 to 2, well then you see how it like there could be an imbalance with your internal world of what you want versus what you think is expected of you versus what you think is just how the world works and what the next steps are. Those could all be in contradiction of each other within you. And this is all under the Judgment card. So ultimately, at the end of the day, are you doing the best that you can? And doing the best that you can does not mean giving 100,000%. I just made that number up. It means, are you practicing self-care? Are you being compassionate to those around you? Are you putting things in place that is best for you and your life, whether or not it's best for maybe somebody else and their expectations? So I want to go in. I'm going to move this over because it seems now like maybe you need a guidance column after all of this, instead of like a bridging column. Oh, I'm not going to take that because it was already flipped. What advice can we give Aries for this mid-month check-in? What kind of advice or guidance do my Aries need to know for this mid-month check-in? Too many. Just a card or 2 or 3. Alright, well, you did get the High Priestess in reverse, so again, that internal imbalance, not really honoring your inner magic or your inner desires or all those things. She manifests, she's like the spiritual manifestation, right? The if you can dream it sort of thing, versus the Magician being the physical manifestation of those desires. So maybe what she's asking you to do is take some time to meditate, to look internally and honor what your feelings are, your hopes are, your dreams are. This did not flip, but it was a singular pop out, so I'm going to take it. I had a feeling. The Magician. If you take some time, as suggested by the High Priestess in reverse, to go within, to meditate, to honor those dreams, desires, hopes, goals, like maybe even check in with your inner child. If you give yourself that opportunity to check in with yourself, you'll be able to manifest in reality those goals, those dreams, those hopes. And one last. for my Aries. I'm like, sorry. Yeah. A repeat of the Ace of Wands. That's exactly what you need to do, guys. If this resonates, if you're feeling hard on yourself, if you're not knowing what to do because of expectations or something didn't work out that you thought you wanted, take the time to go within, to meditate, to honor those dreams, hopes, desires, goals, so that you can manifest them in reality, because all signs go. Double. Okay? I hope this serves you well and that you apply as appropriately, and I wish you all the best. See you in November. Hi Leos, welcome to your mid-month October check-in. I am feeling drawn to start with the Tarot Muka for you guys. I was thinking that I was going to start with the Rider White, but nope. Alright, so again, this is only going to be about 15 minutes or so. It's just a little check-in for the month of October, mid-month check-in. What's going on with my Leos? Ooh. Right off the bat, we have 2 cards. I'm going to leave these together because they came out together as their first column, so we'll ask one more for my Leos. Maybe? Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'll explain in a second. So first you got the Moon and the 6 of Cups. The Moon is in the upright, typically about illusions. Like you think about, you go outside and the moon is out. Shadows can be cast from objects that make those objects look differently than they do during the day. Or even it can create illusions of something being there that's not even there. So the Moon card is kind of like a little warning that might be going on. But it's paired here with the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups is a nostalgia card, remembering the good old times of your childhood days. So I wonder a little bit here about, like, what illusions have you created about maybe your life, or what it's like to be a child, or what it's like to have children, or any of those innocent kind of experiences that you might look back on. Or I even just got like maybe illusions of how you viewed the world as a child, and now those are being brought into question. Yeah, sorry, we're gonna start there. The reason why I paused with the next card, actually 2 that came out, was because they were in the Leo, you guys are Leo, Aries reading. They did not come out together the way that they did now, but I hesitated, so, because familiarity, and it was just a few minutes ago. So you got the Judgment card and the Ace of Wands. Judgment card is sort of like, are you doing with your life what you will be proud of someday? Right? Are you doing the best that you are able to do with honoring yourself, with honoring people around you, with honoring where you want to be, what you want to be doing, what brings you happiness. At the end of the day, when you are going to meet your maker, would you be satisfied? And also, it can be said that that is Archangel Michael, and that you're being supported or encouraged to keep going, because what you are doing is on that path, and to keep on it. Don't get discouraged. And the Ace of Wands being with that doubly supports. I'm going to go to the Rider White now to get a little bit more detail. This feels very general, so you know best how this might be resonating for you. If there's any of those questions coming up for you. What's going on? Whoa, half the deck. No, thank you. With my Leos, Six of Cups and the Moon. What do my Leos need to know here for this mid-month check-in? Okay. Maybe one more. It's two, but I will take it. Okay, you are here in reverse. So first that came out was the Queen of Pentacles. She is Earth, but she's also like, she's the woman that other women look at and are like, how does she do it, right? She's got energy. She wakes up early. She goes to bed late. She has a high position at her job. She is the breadwinner at home, and she has time for the kids to be there for them and be present with her husband or partner, you know, general terms. She has it all figured out, right? You did also have the Page of Swords and your card in reverse here, the Strength card. It almost kind of gives a feeling of like you're not really with this, especially with the moon and the illusions and nostalgia and stuff. It's almost like if this is you, are you being hard on yourself? Like, do you recognize that you are doing all of this and other people are in awe of you? Are you wanting to be this? Is this your goal? And you're just starting. You're just a little beginner, and that's okay because we all begin somewhere. But this in reversal is showing me a little bit of self-confidence or self-esteem, things that you need to work on before you're able to get here. What's going on with Leos? Ooh. I don't know that I finished my sentence there. We'll pull another one. I don't like that, guys. Leos. Okay. What's going on, guys? Are you second guessing? Like who you are and your abilities and like what you mean to the people around you? Because not only are you in reverse and maybe you feel like a beginner or like maybe even having to start over or switch up the way that you're doing things, but then you also have the Page of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. it really feels like a self-confidence, self-esteem thing. The Page of Cups is a young energy, it's a communication energy, but it's also like an innocence. The starting, like, they know eventually that they're either going to become the king or the queen of their suit, right? And all of that work that has to go ahead of them. But the internal aspect of it being in reverse is sort of like, maybe you're paying too much mind to your inner child, and you've become this, but you're spending everything that you've earned on feeding these internal desires. But the Nine of Coins in reverse is not happy, especially when it's finished with the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is about nightmares, it's about insomnia, it's about anxious, racing thoughts, spiraling. This is not a happy card to be in. So if this is resonating, I feel for you. But there's something, I want to go further into, I'm going to go back to Muka, because these cards kind of feel like a continuation of the illusions and nostalgia. Maybe not knowing, like being a child maybe, and being able to manage your money, your finances, your material possessions, even though externally you appear to be the Queen of Coins, or that's what you want to be, but you don't know how to do it. But the Ace of Wands and the Judgment card feel very different. Those feel like... So I want to know, how do you get from here to there, basically? What can my Leos do to get to Judgment and the Ace? Okay. One more. What do my Leos need to do? Advice or guidance to get to Judgment. Alright. First you got Queen of Cups and the Five of Swords. Five of Swords is not... It's kind of... In the upright, it's arguments, disagreements, maybe loss of ties because of whatever this disagreement was, with friends or family members or colleagues or whoever, just for the sake of being right, essentially. That doesn't really support the Judgment or Ace either. But I'm wondering if that has more to do with this other side. And I know it's upright and that tends to be externally, but this all feels very internal. This feels very much of like how you view yourself, maybe not having skills in areas that you need to support where you want to go. And the Queen of Cups there is very much in control of her emotions. Maybe that's the external part, because it did kind of come out like this. She seems to have it all together. She's in control of her emotions. Her emotions don't control her. She is love and compassion and maternal and all of those things. But the Five of Swords being hidden behind there. You got the Five of Cups in reverse as well. There's something that's not working, and however this applies to you or resonates for you, there's something that's not working. Whether it was a pursuit or just an aspect of life that you either need to move on from, grieve, give it time, leave. Yeah. Or get yourself the education. Don't be proud. Get yourself whatever type of education you need, even if it's YouTube videos, to figure out how to handle that aspect of life or whatever, in order to not only be the queens externally, but also internally, right? If you can do that, if you can manage this and kind of, grow up a little bit and figure out what needs to be done, how you can help yourself, Nine of Cups, you're going to get what you want. It's going to be internally and externally, and things will be much more pleasant, if I can put it that way. And you'll get your Ace of Wands and Judgment, and the Ace of Wands indicating a little bit that also with the Page energy, there's new young energy, there's new starting energy. So there may be an aspect in which you need to kind of go back to the drawing board, relearn how to manage or do, or there again, apply how all this is making sense to you. But if you can admit and grieve and let go and relearn, maybe this is some like self-parenting going on, everything will be okay. It'll turn around. So I hope that was helpful. I wish you all the best, and I will see you for the November check-in. I'm going to go ahead and clear the decks, reset them, and I'll be back for Sagittarius. Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your mid-month check-in for October 2023. What deck am I feeling for you? You feel very, as the adventurer sign of the zodiac, you're feeling pretty calm. I'm going to start with red or white. So this is just going to be about 15 minutes or so. I'm going to try not to bounce the camera all over the place. It's too many cards. So, what do we have going on for Sagittarius? Okay, I said you guys are feeling calm, but now everything's jumping all over the place. What does Sagittarius need to know about this mid-month check-in? What does Sagittarius? What do they need to know? Just get a card or two, maybe three. Ooh. Okay. Maybe you're calm because you're in contemplation. Do you know your value? Do you know that you are special? Do you know that you're connected to the universe and all of the magics within it? It came out with the Hanged Man, which is very like purposeful, going into meditation, going into self-reflection, seeing your situation or maybe someone else's situation from a different perspective. It's very purposeful. What else does Sagittarius need to know for this mid-month check-in? You got the Magician in reverse. So there seems to be either a lack of appreciation for your skills and abilities. It could be the discovering of them, but it feels like you're not really appreciating them. Or maybe the magic's around you within other people because of this. There's something here that's making you rethink. Take a time out. Take a deep breath. We'll go into clarifying with the Tarot Muka. What does my Sagittarians need to know about this Hanged Man and Star in reverse? It's too many. I am going to take this actually. The 7 of Coins was part of that big group that fell out, and when I tried to flip them back over, it did not want to flip back over. So we're going to keep it. What do my Sagittarians need to know? I'll take it. Okay. You have a 7 of Coins upright. It's a harvesting of the work that or energy that you've put into a goal. It is typically in the storyline the first harvest. It's not as abundant as was hoped. So there's a little bit of a melancholy or contemplative look on his face while he's carrying off some of the harvest. You also have the Queen of Wands in reverse with the 3 of Cups in reverse. The 3 of Cups is like there's people involved, right? So like I wonder sort of what went wrong, or maybe what community did you think you had to support you that didn't really end up working out that way. Or with the Queen of Wands, she's the most magical of all the queens. And the reversal is like, is this a group endeavor that you're wanting the control of, the acknowledgement for? And the other people are like, well, it's not just you, it's us too. And you're kind of none of you are happy because there's like crosshairs. Or is it signifying maybe that you can do this alone? You can go on to pursue this by yourself. That, however that resonates for you. I'm going to go into the Magician card. You're like really, it really feels like there's a wall between us. It's really hard to read you right now. So what does my Sagittarians need to know about the Magician in reverse for this mid-month check-in? Sagittarians, whoa, it's like half the deck. Just one or two. Just a couple. Okay. What do you want, Sag? Do you know if what you want is what's best? Are you having anxiety control over making sure that what you want comes true? Because it kind of feels like you might be suffocating it. Feels like you need to go alone. So you got the Queen of Cups. So your second queen. She is in the upright though. And I was asking those questions because first came out was the Nine of Cups. The wish card, getting everything that you wish. But sometimes this comes with like a double careful what you wish for sort of thing. Or maybe you're going to get what you wished for, but was what you wished for really what you wanted. And with the Magician in reverse and the Hanged Man and like Star in reverse, it just kind of feels like, and like these people not being happy, it just feels tight. But then you have the Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, and Three of Wands. So there's definitely an indication here of like repossessing your power, repossessing your confidence. Maybe this is after you're able to go through the Hanged Man process and come out the other side. Six of Swords is definitely a moving on. Same Three of Wands too. But they hold a little bit different energy. Six of Swords, they're coming from rougher waters. They're going into smoother waters. They're going to a new land. The idea here is that there's hope. There's a hope for starting over, new beginnings, a different way of life, all of those things. But the problem is the Six of Swords. Six of Swords represents baggage, literally or figuratively, right? If you have things that you've put into your baggage from the old land, but you're trying to start over, maybe not all of those things will serve you well in the new land, or it will serve to create the new land into a new version of the old land, if that makes sense. A lot of baggage can also weigh the boat down and make it go slower. So careful what you bring with you. But there's definitely that moving on, trying to start a new vibe. Three of Wands, similar but different. There's a moving on vibe, but it's the story of the Wands. The Two of Wands is basically you have a choice. You can either move on, go into the world that you don't know anything about, create new life experiences, have adventures, grow as a person, etc., or you can stay where you know how things work, what's expected, safety, security, because it's all laid out for you. The Three of Wands indicates in the upright that you've made the decision to move on, to go explore, moving on. So take the time, if you're not already in the Hanged Man phase, I definitely recommend going into that, because there's some things here that are not content. Maybe lack of confidence, things not materializing, manifesting the way that you hope, and you have big dreams, and you want to be this confident person in control of their emotions, not your emotions controlling you, right? You want to be you want to be a person that other people respect and go to for guidance and the confidence and pride that goes into becoming who you became, right? So I hope that all serves you well. I feel like that was pretty quick, but you also kind of like felt like maybe keep it short. So I hope you all are well and that you have the best outcome until I never know how to wrap these things up until we meet again mid-November. Until then, if you want to watch again, all the signs, if you want to watch the quarterly videos, I have them linked below, as well as the timestamps for the different zodiac signs, and I might even link to the other zodiac sign videos. So, alright, hope you guys are well. See you in November.